The alien king offered him gold. He pointed at the girl chained for 200 years and said her. The throne room of Carvon was a marvel of alien engineering. Towers of glowing crystal, floors rippling like liquid silver, and a ceiling that displayed a map of distant galaxies. Yet Ryland hardly noticed any of it. His eyes were locked on the dais where the alien king lounged, draped in a robe of living threads that moved as though breathing. "You fought well, human," the king rumbled, voice echoing like thunder in a canyon. "Few survive the trials of Zorith. Fewer still defeat my champion." Ryland's sword arm still ached from the duel, his breathing ragged, but he didn't lower his head. "You promised a reward." A ripple of laughter passed through the alien courtiers, beings with jeweled skin and translucent limbs. The king snapped his fingers. In an instant, servants wheeled in a chest overflowed with gold bars stamped with alien sigils, gems that glowed from within, and discs of rare metals that could buy a planet. "Take it all," the king said. "You've earned it. You could live 10 lifetimes in luxury among the stars." Rylands gazed in waver. Behind the dais, in the shadows where no one else looked, there was a shape, thin, pale, and bound in chains thicker than his wrist. She sat perfectly still, as though movement had long been forgotten. Her hair, a tangled river of white, brushed the floor. Her eyes, impossibly bright, like twin shards of the dying star, met his. The king noticed his distraction and chuckled. "Ah, you see her." "Who is she?" Ryland asked. "A relic," the king said with a casual wave. "A prisoner from the old war. Chained here for 2 centuries? Yes, I believe it has been that long. She is dangerous. Human, even now." "Why?" "She was a weapon," the king said, his tone like he was explaining an old myth to a child. "Not of steel or plasma, but of spirit. She could move worlds with her will. My ancestors sealed her when she refused to fight for them. Now she's nothing but a ghost of what she was. I keep her here as a reminder that even the mighty can be broken." The courtiers laughed again, but Ryland's jaw tightened. Something about her, the way she held herself, the way her eyes didn't plead or flinch, told him the king was lying. The king gestured to the gold again. "Take your treasure, human. Take ships, land titles. You've proven your worth." Ryland stepped forward. "I want her." The laughter stopped. The air turned heavy. "You what?" the king said slowly. "Hear me," Ryland said. "I don't want her gold. I don't want your ships. My reward is her freedom." The king rose from his throne, his towering form casting a shadow over Ryland. "You presume much. That is not a prize. That is a curse you ask for." "Maybe," Ryland said, meeting his gaze, "but it's my choice." The king studied him for a long moment, then descended the dais. "You think you're noble, human, but I warn you, she will destroy you. If you take her, she is yours to command or to die by. I'll take my chances." The king's lip curled, but he motioned to his guards. With a hiss of shifting metal, the chains unlocked. The girl's limbs trembled as she stood for the first time in 200 years, but her eyes never left Ryland. "She cannot speak your tongue," the king said, "but you'll understand one thing, that she is yours now." Ryland stepped toward her, slow and deliberate. When he was close enough, he held out his hand. She hesitated, her gaze flicking between his face and his open palm. Then, with a movement almost fragile, she placed her hand in his. A shock, not of pain but of power, surged through him. Images flooded his mind. A burning sky, armies clashing, the girl standing defiant before the same throne now behind him, refusing to kneel. And then the cold, endless dark of her imprisonment. Her voice wasn't heard, but felt. "You freed me." Ryland tightened his grip. "We walk out together." The king's voice cut through the haze. "Remember, human, she is your burden now." Ryland didn't answer. He led her from the throne room, the golden chests left untouched behind them. The courtiers whispered, some in awe, others in disbelief. The girl's bare feet barely made a sound on the silver floor, but her presence filled the space like a storm waiting to break. Outside, under the alien sky streaked with twin moons, she paused and looked up, her lips curved into the faintest hint of a smile. "Where will we go?" Ryland asked, though he wasn't sure she could understand. Her voice echoed in his mind again, stronger this time. "Anywhere but here." He nodded. "Then that's where we're going." As they walked into the dark horizon, Ryland knew two things for certain. The king had not told him the whole truth, and whatever power had once shaken worlds was not gone. It was waking, and it had chosen him.